everyone, it's Sandra, and instead of doing a standard monthly favorites video this month, I thought it would be a good idea to combine it with my current foundation and everyday makeup routine. So I'll be talking about my favorite makeup products for the month of August while I am applying them and using them to kind of create my go-to everyday look for the past month or so. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like seeing videos like these, please let me know in the comments below and I will try to do more. Even though my makeup routine doesn't really change drastically, there are a few things that I switch up from month to month. So just keep watching if you'd like to see how I did this look and what products I've been loving this month. Okay, so for foundation, I'm using YSL Teint Resist. This unfortunately is discontinued in North America. As far as I know, earlier in the summer I went to Europe and I saw it in Paris at the duty free and I pounced on it because it's one of my favorite foundations, if not my favorite foundation for the summertime, and my skin gets very, very oily during the summer. And this is just long wearing. I love the finish of it. It's lightweight. I like the coverage, and most importantly, the shade number 5 is the perfect color match for me for the summer. It just has that perfect neutral undertone, neutral, a little bit peachy, and I just love it. It doesn't oxidize on me. I find that a lot of foundations, even the ones that I like a lot, when they oxidize, they either oxidize too yellow or too pink on me, and the undertone changes as the day goes by, and that really annoys me. The pump does not dispense a lot of foundation at once, so what I do is I usually just do like 4 of these pumps, 3, 3.5 to 4, and I just pump it on the back of my hand. And it depends, honestly. Sometimes I use my fingers, sometimes I use a brush. This time I'm going to use a finger to apply it. I'm just kind of gonna dab it all over the place and then just blend it in. Just blends so nicely with my skin tone. And I don't use a primer usually. I just moisturize my face with the Murad Essential C moisturizer, the daytime one. This foundation has SPF, let me see, SPF of 10 in it. But I like to use a higher SPF for daytime, so my moisturizer has SPF 35 in it. So as you can see, it blends in really nicely. It has a light to medium buildable coverage, but I did break out quite a bit in this past month, so I need to use a concealer for those. And my favorite concealer for blemishes is by Laura Mercier. This is the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage Concealer, and I use shade SC3, and this is a Real Techniques little concealer brush that I'm going to use with it. I just kind of dab it in both colors and dab it on the blemish. It is my absolute favorite for blemishes, especially if you have acne prone skin. It just lasts really well. It does not break me out. But it's probably not a very good product if you have dry skin because the texture is very dry and kind of waxy. So it can be a little bit tricky to apply. So we just kind of dab, 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 kind of build up the coverage right on the spot. This is a really good brush for concealing little blemishes. Sometimes I go over it with my finger just to warm the product up a little bit to make it more emollient and more easy to blend. But I love the fact that there are 2 shades, so you can customize and customize until you get the perfect shade to match your skin tone. So it doesn't really need a lot of blending because the color matches so well. Under the eyes, I'll be using the Dior Skin Nude Concealer. This is shade 01. This is the lightest shade that they make. Got a very small amount of this concealer on the back of my hand. This is a beautiful concealer. It's very moisturizing. It has good staying power. It doesn't settle in any fine lines. And I highly recommend it. I love it under the eyes. I think it's great. So I just apply it with my ring finger and I just keep tapping it in. Sometimes if I want an extra brightening effect under the eyes, I will use a corrector underneath if I need it, and I will use like a brightening pen like YSL Touche Éclat on top as well. More like a special occasion bright-eyed look. But for every day, this by itself does the trick. A little goes a long way. I feel like I've had that little tube forever, and it still have quite a bit to go. I'm going to set my foundation and my under eye concealer with my NARS Translucent Light Reflecting, oh my god, I can't read. The Translucent Light Reflecting Setting Powder. This is the pressed version, and I will definitely be repurchasing this. And I'm using a Sonia Kashuk powder brush and just kind of going all over the place with this, bringing it all the way under the eyes. It's not miraculous in terms of oil control or anything, but it's just the perfect powder that sets the makeup. It doesn't make it look cakey or matte, but it kind of helps refine the look of pores. And I just love the finish of it. I think that it's a good product, and it lasts pretty well on the skin. Now for bronzer this month, I've either been using the Dior Nude Bronzer or the Chanel Le Beige powder. This is the shade number 40. I've just been using it as a bronzer for every day, and I thought I would feature it in this video. And as you can tell, I've already hit pan on it because I do love it and I use it very consistently. And I use one of these brushes. This is a Quo bronzer brush. Quo is a Canadian drugstore brand, and I just kind of dab it in and go to town. And I just kind of use it on the outer perimeter of my face. It's not a very dark color, but it's just the right amount to warm up the complexion a little bit, and it's not very harsh. As you can see, it didn't really give a harsh bronzed look. It's just a very subtle, slightly more sun-kissed effect. Now for the eyes, I'll be using the NARS eyeshadow primer. I love this so much. I'm so happy I got it. It is the best eyeshadow primer that I've tried, and I will definitely repurchase it. I love the fact that it goes on so smooth and clear, and it definitely helps my eyeshadow stay on all day and it doesn't crease. It's awesome. All month long, I have been gravitating towards this duo. This is by Chanel, and it is called Sable. It came out, I think it came out 2012 summer collection, but I am pretty sure that it is permanent. I have seen it at several counters still in stock, so I think it's part of their permanent collection now. It is beautiful, so versatile. The quality of these eyeshadows is great. I know Chanel can be a little bit inconsistent with their eyeshadows, but these are worth it. So I will be using this really pretty shimmery, slightly shimmery, peachy, beigey color. I will be using it all over the lid with a MAC 227 brush. It is a very subtle, beautiful, all over lid color. The eyeshadow that I've loved layering on top of this, and this is also one of my all-time favorite colors, and I've been using it by itself as well as by Burberry. This is the shade Almond. It looks really bland, but it's multi-dimensional once you blend it out on the eye. It's very cool. So I'm using a MAC 217 brush, just focusing it on the center of the lid. And then I kind of take it in the crease as well. I'm using this eyeshadow by MAC. This came out in July. They had a limited edition collection. It was called Nudes and Metallics. I did a blog post on what I got from that collection a while ago, and I will put the link to it below if you're interested, but I have loved this color so much. This is called Body Conscious. It says here that it's a satin finish, and it is a kind of like a very warm reddish brown color. And this is the Sephora Precision Crease Brush number 17. So I'm going to use it just a little bit to warm up the crease. I'm sure there's a dupe out there for this eyeshadow. This collection was not released at counters. It was only released at MAC Pro stores and online. So I'm not sure if the colors are still available, but they're just really nice neutrals. For eyeliner, I'll be using a black today. This is by Tarte. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay black, waterproof black eyeliner. I'm not very crazy about this liner. I would not repurchase it, but I've just been trying to use it up this month. So I'm just going to very gently dot it along the lash line. I'm doing a little bit of a wing outwards, but nothing too dramatic. For the bottom lash line and to go on top of the black, I'll be using the darker color from the Chanel Sable Duo. It has a little bit of shimmer, but it just looks really, really nice on top of black eyeliner. It smokes it out, but just adds a little bit of something more interesting. And this is a Laura Mercier smudger brush. Okay, now for mascara, I have a mascara I wanted to talk about, Revlon Lash Potion. This is the mascara that I've been testing out over the past month, and I like it, but this transfers on me, and that is a deal breaker for me, so I stopped using it just because by midday I would have just a very unattractive circle. If you don't have very oily eyelids, if you have drier skin and you don't usually have problems with mascara transferring or smudging on you, give this a try because it is a very nice mascara. It is volumizing but it's not clumpy, it separates and just thickens the lashes really well. On the other hand, I'm still absolutely loving and impressed with the Clinique. This is the High Impact Extreme Volume Mascara. This just gets better and better with age. I love it more and more. The more it dries out, it's even better now than it was before. And just for reference, other mascaras that I really like are YSL Fossiles, YSL Fossiles Shocking, Makeup Forever Smoky Lash, and Prestige My Blackest Lashes. Those are my top favorite mascaras, and this is definitely in the ranks with those. I love it. I'm going to use the Great Lash by Maybelline. This is the clear mascara. I use this on my brows just kind of to groom them a little bit because they do have kind of long and coarse eyebrow hairs. For blush, I am using one of my all-time favorites, and I've been using this so much this month. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in the color Exposed. I've actually been using this as a crease color as well. It works well as an eyeshadow and works well as a blush too. It's awesome. So this is a NARS Yaccio brush, and I am just going to apply, just tap the blush on with the brush. It lasts all day, it doesn't fade, patchy, and it has a matte, but not a dull matte. I guess like a satin matte finish, which is my favorite finish when it comes to face products. I'll add a little bit in the crease just to kind of tie the whole look together. This is a MAC 224 brush. Thing left to do is the lip, and I haven't really been loyal to a particular lip combination the entire month, but the most exciting lip product that I have been trying out in the past month is the Hourglass Nude, is the Hourglass Femme Nude Lip Stylo. This is shade number 3. I did do a review of this and I swatched it alongside a bunch of my other favorite nude lipsticks. It's when you swatch it on your hand, it swatches a lot darker than it appears on the lips. Maybe just because my lips are quite pigmented, so when I apply this on, it ends up looking very nude and very, it really mutes out my lip color. So I'm not gonna go too hard with it. I'm just gonna dab it on It is very, very pigmented. And since this is very, very nude, especially for me, I like to pair it with a gloss. And this is Love Nectar by MAC. And last but not least, to finish everything off, this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Just going to use a couple of spritzes of this to seal everything in. And this is it. This is the finished look. This is my updated, current, everyday foundation routine and most of the products that I've really been enjoying for the month of August. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.